Right, I think we better make a start. So welcome everybody to our ukulele warm-up number 4. And today's session is going to be centered around the key of A major. We're working our way around the circle of fifths, which is why we've landed on A major for today's session. And what we'll do first, we'll just walk our way slowly through the 7 chords that are key to this key. And then we'll start doing some strumming and then start playing a little bit of music. So let's just go through. So in the key of A major, you have a particular set of chords. A lot of them were in last week's key of D, but there will be a couple of new ones. So we're going to start with A major itself. And you should be able to see my fingers there. I think you'll all know that one anyway. So let's just quickly strum an A major. There we go. Just make sure it sounds something like mine. Right, the next chord is B minor, B minor. So there's a bar on the 2nd fret, and then that often is enough. But if you can put your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G string as well. There we go, a B minor there. Okay, good. The 3rd chord in A major is C sharp minor, another minor chord. Now, because it's only 2 frets higher, you just move the whole hand up 2 frets. A little tricky one to get to quickly, but nevertheless, it's in the key of A, so that's C sharp minor. That's the 3rd chord, that's chord 3. Chord 4, A, B, C, D, is good old D. Probably one of the first chords you learnt. So just, there's D. Or you can just put one finger across the top 3 strings. There we go, it's D. Now, the next one is E. And, well, D, D sharp, E. Just move up 2 frets and you'll find the E chord on the 4th fret. There's E. Now, also in the key of A is E7. So that's 1, 2, open 2. I guess you've played that one a few times before as well. That's E7, and the last one in the key of A major is F sharp minor. And if I'm numbering the frets, it's 2, 1, 2, 0. Starting on the G string to the A string. 2, 1, 2, 0. That's F sharp minor. And they are your chords for the day. Right, I'm just going to set the metronome going. We're going to start very simply just by strumming on beat 1 only the A chord. And this is literally just warming up the fingers and the strumming and the ears and so on. So here we go with the metronome. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Just join in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single strum. 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1 and 2 and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So beats 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Now all the beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep that strumming steady and regular and even volume, even quality. and stop. Okay, good. So we've done all the down strums. What we're now going to do is play the up strums in between. So we'll play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with the metronome. So just use the hand to strum up as well as down. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Keeping a nice even strum. Keep breathing as well. Okay, good. Now, what we're going to be doing on today's session is that was a straight strum. So it's a regular down, up, da, 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 da. We're going to swing our chord strumming today, which means the same idea of down, up, but the up strums are going to be a kind of a lazy little bit behind the beat strum. And that's what we get to swing. That's what makes it swing. So I'm just going to demonstrate and so you know the difference. So straight, which we've been doing for the last 3 weeks, is down, oh sorry, down, up, down, up. Okay, just regular. Now swing is when you delay that up strum. You've all heard it before, so yeah, got the yeah, it's got that lolloping sort of sound. So let's just strum all the strums down and ups, but with the swing rhythm. 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. Okay, so that's the basis of the strumming pattern today. Let's put on today's actual exercise sheet. And we're going to just vary that slightly. So we're going to, there's a strumming pattern at the top there. We're just going to miss out for today the up strum after the first down strum. It just gives a little bit more emphasis to that first strum rather than just being a continuous strumming all the time sort of pattern. But we're going to keep that swing, that lazy up strum sort of feel to it as well. So let's just strum the A chord with the missing up beat after the first down. Just listen to me first if you're not sure what that's going to sound like, and I'll do it first. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. One more time. Down, 2, and 3, and 4, and stop. Right, so I bet you're dying to play a different chord now. So that's the idea. You see, if I keep you on A for a long time, you then really look forward to playing other chords. So let's go to chord progression number 1, A, D, A, E, 7. And this is a what's called a 1-4-1-5 progression in the key of A, because of the numbering of the chords in the sequence. A, B, C, D is 4, A, B, C, D, E is 5, so it's a 1-4-1-5. And we've been playing these 1-4-1-5s in every key so far, so that's the idea behind that. So we're going to do 2 bars, or 2 of those strumming patterns per chord. Yeah, so there's going to be 2 patterns on A, 2 on D, 2 on A, 2 on E7. And we're going to go round and round and round for a minute or so. So here we go, chord progression number 1 after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now D. Back to A. E7. A. And repeat. And again. Last time round. 2, 3, 4. Finish on the A. 3, 4. Just out of interest, that's how you know what key a song is in. It's not the first chord in the song, it's the last one, because that's where the song feels like it's ended, where it feels rested. If I was to play that chord progression there and go the last two chords, A, then E7, that sounds completely unfinished, and you wouldn't want to end a song on that chord, would you? No. But if I then hit an A, it feels like it's finished. And therefore, there's a high chance that song is in the key of A. So if you look at any particular song, look at the last chord, and that will tell you what key that is most likely to be in. A good 99% chance. Just don't do that to a Beatles song. They like playing around with endings and things, but a regular song. Okay, good. We're now going to do the same chord progression, progression number 1, but we're going to play one of those progressions, only one of those progressions per bar. So it's going to go around twice as quick. So here we go. So just one pattern per chord, changing every bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. A. D7. And repeat. One more time. Finish on the A. That's good. Right, I hope you're doing well so far. We're just going to do one little go at this, and we're just going to do half a bar per chord. So only 2 strums for each of those chords, which means splitting that pattern in half and doing down, down, up for the A, then down, up for the D. And so the chords are going to change quite quickly. So there's a little bit of practice on that. If you're using the idea of playing a D by using a finger across there, across the second fret, you might find that changing to that quickly is quite difficult. In which case it's probably better on a faster progression like this to use 3 fingers after you've played the A, 3 fingers on the D chord, because you can generally get there quicker if you're changing rapidly. And so that's my advice on that one. Normally, if you've got plenty of time, just put the finger down across all the strings. So here we go, same speed. I'm playing this at 80 beats per minute, by the way, if you've got a metronome and want to try this afterwards. And yeah, so let me just, somebody just sent me a message. I hope it's a nice one. And yes, I'll play the baritone ukulele. Okay, right, here we go. After 4, half a bar of each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, A, E7. One more time. Finish on the A. And there we go. That's chord progression number 1. And the reason I always include that is because it's possibly the most common chord sequence, one of the most common chord sequences featuring the 3 main major chords in the key that we're currently concentrating on. So A, D, and E are the 3 major chords in the key of A. There are no others. There are 3 minor chords, but no more majors. Now we're going to look at chord progression number 2. And as always, we do this 12-bar sequence. And it's based on the traditional 12-bar blues sequence. Again, it's A, D, and E. However, notice, this time I've actually said play an E chord, not an E7. Now, in the key of A, you can get away with playing an E7 in the key of A. You can get away with playing an E7 instead of an E, generally speaking, if it's followed by the chord A. It sounds okay followed by a D, as you'll see in the 3rd line. So, but I think just if you really want to practice these things, best to play the E chord, and which is on the 4th fret. So there's a bit of a jump there, but you should have enough time to do that. So that's a finger across the 4th fret, or using the 3 fingers, a bit like you did with the D, but then you've got to worry about this A string. So anyway, this isn't really a teaching session, it's more of a warm-up. So let's play the chord progression there with the same rhythm after 4. 1 bar of each. So each strumming pattern for 1 chord, just 1 strumming pattern per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, back to A, up to E again, and back to the top. D, one more time round. D. Finish on the A. There we go. Now we're just going to do that again, that chord progression number 2. We're going to do it a little bit faster, just for a bit of fun. I'm going to knock it up to 95 beats a minute. Still not particularly fast for a song, especially if it was a rock and roll tune. And I'm just going to suggest two changes to just make it a little bit more interesting. The fourth A on the first line, can you play A7? And if you remember from last time, A7 is 0, 1, 0, 0. So it's very similar to A, you just take off your second finger. So that's the fourth chord on the first line, play A7. And the fourth chord on the third line, if you can play E7. So we're bringing the E7 into it as well. And the reason for that is because it is going back to the A at the beginning. And as I said, the seventh chords like to go to the root chord or the key chord of the key we're in. So E7 will naturally be followed by A. So we're going to just add those two extra seventh chords and also do it a little bit faster. So get ready to, we're going to go at this speed. All right. Down, da, dee, doo, dee. It's not a huge amount faster. Here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A7. A, D. E. E7. A7. E7. Back to the top for the last time. A7. Finish on the A. And there's the 12-bar blues there, a little bit of a higher tempo, 100 beats per minute. And that concludes that particular chord progression. Just a little tip now, perhaps for the more experienced players, there is a way of playing E in the open position. And it's a little trick I worked out for myself, actually. I've not seen it anywhere else. If you play E7, you get the sound of E7, but that's not E. So, but the way to convert it into an E chord is to stop the note which is making it a seventh. And that happens to be this second finger on the second fret of the C string. That note is D, that the finger is playing, which makes that chord go from an E to an E7. So if we dampen that second fret on the C string, sorry, so I'm just raising this finger here, I'm pointing at it, you can't see it, raising my second finger slightly so it just touches the string, which prevents it from sounding. You then have a 3-note chord, and that is an E major. And vice versa, if you were to lower that finger so it plays, you get E7. So just by raising that finger and preventing it from being sounded, you get an E chord. Yeah, how about that? Right, okay, let's move on. And we're going to go to chord progression number 3. And there it is on the screen. I hope you can all see that. Can't get the thing to go any lower, but there we go. A, E, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, B minor, A, D, E7. If you can't quite see that, then perhaps write it down. But this one's got the 3 minor chords in it that we that turn up in the key of A. So we're just going to strum this a pattern, go back to the slower speed. And this is based on Pachelbel's canon in D major in A. Famous piece of music used by brides walking down the church. That that down the aisle. Probably not nowadays, but although I don't suppose Paco Bell ever played it with a swing rhythm, but we'll do that. So same pattern. We're going to play the pattern twice for each chord. It gives you a bit of time to change from one to the next and think about it. And we're just going to do the top line first, just to get that, just 3 times around the top line, just to get those changes. So let's do that on the metronome. Just the top line, first 4 chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp minor. C sharp minor. And we'll stop there. Okay, good. Don't want to loop it because it's not a looped piece of music. Now I might have just lost a bit of volume on my ukulele, so do apologise for that. Oh, let's plug it in and plug it. No, the volume seems to have disappeared on my uke. I hope you can still hear it. Okay, let's just do the first 4 bars again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F sharp minor, C sharp minor, okay, so that's the first line. Let's look at the second line now. Should be a little bit easier because not quite such big jumps in it. So starting on the B minor, just those 4 chords, just play them once. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, B7, okay, let's just do that last line one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Okay, good. So now we're going to play the entire 8 bars, 2 patterns each, and we'll play around about 3 times. So this gets you to play those awkward little minor chords. I hope you're all warming up nicely, by the way, as is the main aim of this session. Here we go. So after 4, 2 bars for each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, down to B minor, A, D, E7, and A. Back to the top. Okay, let's go around the whole thing one more time. 3, 4. E7, and then finish on a nice little strum on A. And there we have it, chord progression number 3. Good-o. And that concludes the strumming part of the session. So let's just get that off the screen and see all your smiling faces. Good, nice to see you all again. Right, we're just going to finish off as we always do with a little warm down, I suppose we could call this. This is where I play one of those chords and you listen to it and you try and work out what it is, either by going through all those chords on your ukulele and matching it up, or using your ears and making an educated guess. So best way to do it is actually to start off thinking, is it a major chord or a minor chord? So the majors are the ones which sound happy and bright and confident. The minor chords are the ones which sound thoughtful and melancholy and introspective. So I'm going to play you a chord. I'm going to hide my ukulele out of view. And, oops, too many wires here. Okay, let's have I'll play a chord. Here we go. Which one's this? Let's play that again. Hopefully you can hear that well enough. All right, does anybody reckon they've got that? I haven't got any thumbs up yet. I'm not looking at everyone, but yeah, there's somebody there. Good. I think Paul might have got it. Yeah, Michael's got it. Yes. Well, I'll put you out of your misery, everybody. It's F sharp minor. So hopefully you've got that. Yeah. No. Okay. There's a few nonplussed looks. That was F sharp minor. Okay, let's do another one. And how about this? Almost sounds the same. Is that major or minor, do you reckon? Does it sound confident or sad? Okay, well, it's a confident chord. It's a major. It's very similar to F sharp minor, which was that. So there's a clue there. The fingers are going to be almost in the same place. It's a D. Just wave if you got that. Oh, good. I'm glad that some of you did. Excellent. Right. Okay. One more chord then, and then we'll be finished. So let's think of another one. Right. How about this one? Oh, hand went straight up there, Angela. Yeah. You reckon? Can you draw it on your screen? Just do your thing. I'm not sure if it is actually. I'll find out in a minute. Right, okay. My sign language reading isn't great. Well, that was a minor chord, and it was B minor. Is that what Angela was thinking? I'm not. No. Oh, right. You were thinking that. Okay. Anyway, that was B minor. Good. Okay. Well, that's just a little warm down game there for to tune out of our ukulele. Right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you've had a good session. Let me just mention that we'll be back in 2 weeks' time, same time, same place, and the key will be F. So, but I'll send around an email in the next couple of days with a link to the YouTube video of this and a list of all the chords that will be worth learning in time for the next session on the 21st, I think that will be. If you're not getting my emails, but you've come here via a friend perhaps sending you the link, then perhaps get a message to me somehow.